honey. Kitty, 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 kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty. What you doing? Want to come sit in the chair next to me? Want to be the co-host since Grandma's still sleeping? Like that? Cut to meow. I said, no, I'm not in the mood. They say that more than anything to me. No, I'm not in the mood. It's a good cup today. Yesterday wasn't a good cup. Some days I make it just for the smell. I'll taste it. It doesn't fit the mood I'm in. Nope. Down the drain it goes. Today, it's a good cup. It's decaffeinated. Last time I drank a cup of regular coffee, I ended up feeling like I had the 24-hour flu and condensed down in 45 minutes. That was a few days ago, so. Anyway, it's a love-hate relationship I got with me and coffee. I love how it smells. I love how it smells. I always love how it smells. I don't always love how it tastes. Hi, welcome to my tube. My name is Marge. I'm a Heok empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. I get chatty in the morning and Mom sleeps in and I don't really feel like watching anything right now. Hard pants. Good morning to you, sir. Love you the most. Stanley's pissing us. He wants out. I think I think the neighbors up front have the black cat. I think it belongs to them, so he hangs out here, and Stanley don't like it. Cause the black cat that I see outside, he's too pretty to be an outdoor cat in Taos, New Mexico. It's rough out there, man. It's rough out there in the streets for cats, dogs, people. And winter's just around the corner. Fall started yesterday. Seasons are changing. Things are shifting. The year, that we live the same year, just live it over and over. Coming into that, I hate the freaking holidays, man. It's just a big old. Look at me, I'm a distracted human being. I live in a freaking loop. Santa Claus, blah, all that stuff while people are freaking dying on the streets more and more every fucking day. It's so terribly, terribly disingenuous. So, I was thinking about some of my travels this morning. I've had the opportunity to see a lot of really cool shit. Because I believe in the truth, and well, when you live your life that way, you see a lot of things. A lot of truths are revealed when you live in alignment of truth, and a lot of things that are revealed to people to now that, oh my God, they're like this. Oh my God, this is like all these people are waking up to how things really are, and I'm like, dude, welcome to the world of reality, where America. This culture is based on improvisation. It doesn't sound right. Improv. You got people that don't really know how. They don't have skills. They don't have abilities. They don't know how to fix things. But they're playing these roles like, we're in charge. We're the authority. We're the bosses of you. And people are just like, no, we're just living our lives, we're just trying to take care of, we have families that we love, some people end up families and they don't love them, so those people need to be taken care of. Whatever circumstances get you landed here on planet Earth, everybody has a place here, right? And then you have people that designate, no, there's no place for you. There's no place for you. There's no place for you. You don't belong. You don't belong. But they never come up with any places for these people to go. They don't. Because unless you live like everybody else with that hive mentality, your kind ain't welcome here. It's so stupid. So, the soup's on too. I put it on nice and low so when Mom gets up, hey Ma, you want to eat some soup? It's so good. chicken and like 8 vegetables. All organic, whatever that even means anymore. As far as I'm concerned, it's just a stamp. And then somebody regulating, setting up criteria, parameters that this has to fall in the confines of that in order to have this organic label on it. All you need is a label. And a label maker that says organic. So, yeah. This country is such a joke. I went along with it for so many years. I was like not a part of the program. I didn't want to have it. Because we weren't welcome into it. We were the bottom feeders. That is what the program feeds off is, because they allocate themselves so many funds to help people, and it's so that they could give themselves raises and pay to themselves more. And it just, this whole idea of trickle down economics, it just never actually panned out. It never actually trickles down. They always give people like, they always bail out the business, and it doesn't help the individual. And you don't know that individual that you could be inspiring and helping and getting off the street. They could have the next cure to, to whatever. Because it's the people that have been in desperation, we have the greatest ideas. We're just not allowed to speak because the people with, all the relatives that put them in the right chairs, like we never get through. Like the truly brilliant people, they don't go to college. That's all part of this program of like this is more of a club. I can't stand clubs. They're full of people. People ruin everything. People really do ruin everything. We're supposed to be custodians of this earth. I see all these people traveling, living this best life. I live in a tourist town. I always live in places where there are big events where people have gathered far and wide just to be there. And it's just like, what a weird thing, Like, is your side, is like, how's the city and where you live? Is it wonderful? Do everybody have the need, does everybody have socks? Does everybody have a toothbrush? Does everybody, food? Is anybody hungry? No, but everybody has these travel bug that they're going to travel to see what it's like in other places. And see, because we were so poor growing up and we had so little and stuff like that, I would dream big. I would imagine like what the world was like, and I wanted so much, so badly to be a part of it and in it and to experience it. And I started doing it and everything that came with it. And I keep having these experiences that would just keep me from, wanting to be part of it less and less. Planet Earth. Like, I don't want to be out here. Like, that wasn't fun. And it was just all to show me that, all the things that I was looking for are right inside me when I stay at home. Yeah. I was talking about that with Mom yesterday. I said, Mom, I used to want to be a part of this big old huge world. Like, do everything. Like, go, 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 go. And I think what it's taught me to do is just use my energy in different ways for more practical purposes. Because there's a lot of people out here that freaking just like, winter's coming. It's going to be cold. It's just, people have no idea, but more people are going to get an idea. Especially those that have not been generous. And you're going to seek solace, looking for generosity, looking for grace, looking for compassion when people have been looking that for you for fucking your whole life, however long that is. Only to just be ignored and see through. So don't be surprised if a lot of people out there are like reaching out for help in a lot of ways, and it just ain't gonna fall on nobody. It ain't gonna buy it because it people play too much, and it's always like you tell who I don't know. I guess it's easy for me to tell like who the fakes are. I guess and most these days, it's like most people out there are fakes. I just have no desire to be around fakey people. That's why I got so comfortable being home. Got real comfortable being home. And so I always thought, like, you know, like I always, wherever I lived, I was a part of that community, but I could always see where, like, you know, this doesn't help people, but if they did it like this would help everybody. You know, I could see this everywhere, like all everywhere in every situation. There's Stanley back there, and then he's been chasing spirits like all night. He's been fist fidgety, is what I call it. And so the veil is thinning. Ist. And then I go to other communities and I see how they do things. And I do it in jobs. I do it in every environment I was part of. I'd be like, wow, man, this is really effective in this for what they're trying to do. This is a good idea. And I go to other places like restaurants, working in restaurants. Working in a restaurant, I always work how the function, you know, like the process. Oh, that's a really good idea. Take what's good, leave with the rest. You go to other places, you visit other places, you see how they do things. Oh, that's really great. That's really wonderful. Every place should do it like that, you know, and then try, you know, mix match this, that, and the other thing. But no, America, let's have a town that's always been like that, not ever change anything because of who's in charge just isn't comfortable with change. And then when people live like that too much, it gets weird and twisted. People get carried away, as we can see in the media all over the place. How people they just got carried away. They just, you know, they lost themselves. They saw red. They saw black. They never practice discipline and emotional control. So when it comes to time where they need it, where are they going to draw it from? And we're the one with opposable thumbs and that are supposed to, you know, discern and have enough sense. But everybody in America is just going around with their Second Amendment going, yeah, I got the right. I'm like, you don't got no right to have a fucking roof over your head, but you got a right to have a pew, pew, pew. It just, you know, and I mean, psychologists all over the world, they're like, it's not an extension of your male psyche. Like, it's not going to make you more of a man, even if you're a woman and you have one, because gender is just a word in a dictionary. I think I got room for a little bit more. Hi, pretty lady. That's all right. Life is about lessons, learning lessons. I've been to a lot of places where I was like, wow, this is really cool, but I never want to come back to a place like this again. One time, I was just thinking about this yesterday. It was like one of them warehouse parties. They used to have these after hours warehouse parties in San Francisco. This is like the late 90s. And me and my buddy, my roommate, Michael, everybody's big compared to me. I'm height compared to not very big. I'm small in stature. Well, he's like, let's go over to San Francisco. And he was my roommate. We lived in Sacramento. It was like a 77 mile, it's like an hour and a half drive, right? So we loaded up the cooler and hit out on the open road because he was an Aries, I'm an Aries. And we were just always ready, go, adventure. And then we start drinking and woo! Like, oh my God, we had so much fun with the places we'd end up. Gay bars is where we'd end up. Gay bars in Reno, gay bars in Stockton, gay bars, because I wasn't cruising. I'm a monogamous person, and I knew that if if I was gonna ever couple up, it wasn't gonna be met in a bar. Like, it was, I just go along for the ride and be like, "Wee, this is fun," or like you know. At this one time, we went to San Francisco and I was like the novelty because I wasn't I was just there for having fun. I wasn't there to like hook up like everybody else was. And I'm such a like child at heart that I'm a novelty, and people just listen to me talk and they're just like, this chick is a trip. So we're in this one leather bar in Castro. And Mike is just like having fun, you know, talking about his time, you know, whatever. And he always liked his little brown boys, just the shade of the boy. It's like, you know, it doesn't matter, like, but you like the same color, like the same shade, like, you know, it's so funny to me. Different nationalities, but it's just like a shade that you like. I wonder how many other people are like that. Anyway, so they're like, hey, come check out this warehouse party, you know. I was like, oh, all right, you know, you get invited, you go, right? So we go, and there's like, there's probably 1,200 men, mostly, in this ginormous warehouse. There's dudes in their Speedos. Dudes in their Speedos hanging from poles with like giant angel wings and stuff like that. And then it was later after that I watched a movie that it came out 2 years after I went to that party. And the movie was called Blade. And it came out in 1998. It has that one dude in it. Half mortal, half immortal. To avenge his mother's death. Wesley Snipes. That's his name. Anyway. And there's that part in there where they drop, and at the end they drop all the blood. And I was like, oh my God, that was a rave. I never once went to a rave. That was not my vibe. That never, like, there's so many things that people got caught up in and doing, and I'm like, nah, mom didn't raise no dummy, but my dad did. So I'm going to just go ahead and not do that thing. And managed to live to be 50. So, must have done something right. Yep. Boy, man, I went outside this morning. It was chilly. I almost had, just a t-shirt on. I had to since put on a sweatshirt. And then I just started. I'm new, brand new. I'm middle. I don't know how long I'm gonna live, so I think it's silly when people say that you're middle-aged, because I could die tomorrow, and my middle age was like 25, you know. So, I just started getting. I got these compression. They're like compression socks, but they're for your arms. And then there's this website I found online. I guess it's for baseball players. I guess this is something that they wear. And so there's a website where they have like all of these different colors of, let's see. Arm compression, sleeve. I don't like BDU shit and stuff like that. Variety pack. Let's see if they have anything like that. Like the SA company, they have a bunch of different ones. But I don't like all that I'm not that fucking patriotic person. I'm not that gimmicky. Oh, that one's kind of cool. It has like bloop. It has like electricity. That's pretty. That one's probably the closest to the what? Origin story. But like the skulls and all that. That's just all. Dude, they don't even know it. But oh, it's Bamimo. Oh, they have them on Amazon. I didn't look at that, but it might be one of those things. If you live in a rural area, check your shit, because your less and less stuff is going to be unavailable in your area, because they make plenty of money where they don't got to hassle with stuff. And again, granted, you know, small towns are the place that where people want to be big cities, this next chapter, not really where people want. I mean, unless those that just they don't go out anyway and they just do their purpose. But people that venture, no, it's gonna go within era. Just from the freaking weather alone, Earth is gonna cleanse itself. So they have like places where they have a bunch of different colors and stuff like that. So that's cool. I'm glad to see that. I already have socks that have batteries in them. Ooh, these have flowers on them. Ooh. Oh, they're gardening sleeves. Well, I wore it yesterday for several hours, 8 hours. I don't know. See, oh, look, there's all those patterns and stuff like that. I would have to get an extra large. Because by comparison to most women, my arms, I think, are bigger. Wonder if Mom's starting to stir. You warm enough, Ma? Yes. You good? Yes. You chilling? Are you relaxing? Are you blissed out? I lost her. Hey, Miss J, how are you today? Hope you are good. I was just feeling like a chatty Cathy and thought I'd come on early because as the day goes on, I see like my patients where it's, God, there are just arm sleeves everywhere. So that's cool. But yeah, these are like $12.99 at Big Five. They're these copper things, and it's my elbows is what hurt. But pressure helps. When I get real bad headaches, I have a headache hat. Actually, I don't know where it's at. It's been a long time since I moved. I'm still discombobulated. I still have stuff everywhere. Things are getting better, you know. My focus is elsewhere right now, so. Anyway, I did make this really freaking... Okay, how many vegetables? Okay, so we had zucchini, we had yellow squash, green onion. I put a couple Hatch chilies in there, green chilies, just a little heat, but I took the seeds out because Mom, I gotta be careful because her stomach's so sensitive. Chicken, just tenders, no preservatives, stuff like that. What else? I didn't put mushrooms in there. And then I used 2 different kinds of broth and then a can of coconut milk. And so, yeah. We're just gonna... I bought this really fancy loaf of sourdough. I guess it's sourdough. It doesn't actually really taste sour. Maybe it's maybe it's not sourdough. Maybe it's a variation. I don't know. I just have had real sourdough in San Francisco. They're gimmicky as hell, but I don't know. Do they still do those bread bowls and stuff? At one time, like, they were really good. They were really good. But quality has slipped because they buy cheaper shit so they can spend more money on their own gluttony. That's America. That's America. That's what the culture... That's what America is founded on is... I'm going to take your shit and make it fucking mine. And if you don't like it, bend over, bitch. That's what fucking America is. Welcome to America, folks. That's what... If you don't like my way, I'm going to make you... I'm going to use my dominance and control to make you bend to my will. I'm going to like it. I'm going to record it and put it on video. That is America. That is what this country has evolved to, and it makes me sick. And you want to know why so many veterans are freaking dying? Not to mention the fact they have us doing so much stuff that we have no business doing, but it's their business. War's profit, blah 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 blah. You know, it's a sin to kill. pride is a sin. So first we kill, and then we have fucking stupid parades to celebrate ourselves fucking with a sin of pride by, celebrating sins. It's insanity. And it really should stop. I wonder if it will. Well, it doesn't matter what people do, because the earth is ridding itself of the cancers on it. We are fleas on a dog. Which, incidentally, I guess they have fleas, and they've never ever had fleas. So I don't know when they got fleas, because I've never really looked. But I started looking. I'm like, they got a flea here and there, and every now and again I'll find one. So now I'm looking, because we grew up, we were poor, so poor. Like, me looking for fleas on the cats was entertainment. And killing cockroaches. You go in there with your fly swatter, turn on the light with the string draw, and go through and kill as many as you can before they all scatter. Do that every 20 minutes or so. Evidently there's so many people that have had life too good, and nobody came in to be like, hey Marge, you're a really good kid, you're smart. Nobody should be living like this. Let me just swoop you and your mom up, and we'll put you in better, in a better way. No, society isn't made for that. And how many single moms out there? More than there should be. How many people out there just don't have places to go? They're hungry and they have no, and to think that nobody, there's supposed to be all 7 billion people on this planet, which is bullshit of and by itself. Yet with all these people, nobody can care about me. Well, the thing of it is God works through us. Good orderly direction is we're supposed to love everything. How much do people need to have in life before their abundance spills over? Their gratitude, they're so grateful for every single thing that they have in their life, that they want to help other people be as happy as they are by giving away excess of what they got just to help other people. How come there isn't more of that? Because America's greedy. Because America, people in Omaha would rather freaking, every year I would watch the same people. Every 6 months they go to Vegas, and then this time of year they go down to, and this time of year they're taking their fifth wheel and they're camping up in South Dakota. And this time of year they're going over here to Minnesota. And every year they always did all this stuff, and it was always for themselves. And I really started seeing, look around, Marge, look at all these people that say that they're doing things for other people and their income, and it's all for themselves so they can gain more whatever. And I started stripping stuff away, and I was like, I don't want to be like them. I don't want to have that. It's all these modern conveniences makes you selfish. I don't want to do it. And that's when my path, really shifted and changed. And my path has just always moved, while so many people have been afforded the dubious luxury, the privilege of being born someplace and only living in that fucking place your whole fucking life, and your family before you had the same dubious luxury of that privilege, and and then you don't live in towns where everybody can do whatever. You live in towns where they're bought and they're paid for, and it's a club, and if you don't like how it's done, go live someplace else. And that's America. It really should be different. It's not, though. So, I don't know. It's all right. I did my part. But I grew up, people say, family, nothing matters more than family. You always take care of family. And I was the family member I was the black sheep family member that got shit on. So I had to learn how to take care of myself to the point that I am brutally independent. And now I am putting every motherfucker on blast. Because I tell the truth, I always have. Even when I got in trouble. I know a lot of people, no, I'm not gonna, we won't talk about what happened. You, bitch, you didn't get in trouble for what you did back then. And that's the thing is like, there's this shroud of like, all these people did all these nefarious things and they ruin people's lives by just playing around. We're just screwing around. We didn't mean it. By all that shit, all that gaslight, and there's so many people that have been hurt by that have created so much, that ripple of hurt and anger and disgust and drug and alcohol abuse to cover up the pain, and just, that is America. And it shouldn't be. I do my part. I take care of my mom. I take care of mom for a year. Mom gets taken care of real good here. You know? Because this life isn't just about me, and I learned that a long time ago. And my dear sweet sister, 9 years to my younger, forever 39. Tomorrow's 2 years. 2 years! The anniversary of the passing of her living that lifestyle, that self-will run riot. You know? Unfortunately, it was on her granddaughter's birthday, and it was also on her daughter's birthday. So, you know, that's the thing about days, is that every day good things and bad things happen, and you got to celebrate the good things and celebrate the you know, the fact that I had a little sister for a little while, and I tried to get her to come see me. Maybe I can get her daughter to come see me instead, and try and build on that, because that's how people gotta freaking heal shit, you know. And but people are so triggered. I mean, I think about that all the time, because DNA and genetics are funny, and how people act the way they act, because the people that the what's in their DNA and their blood, you know. In my FYP, I see this 14-year-old girl just got sentenced to life, no chance of parole. 14-year-olds killed, like totally void make it, like. There's nothing, she's soulless, and she's 14, and she killed her mom cold-blooded, like shot her stepdad, no remorse, like it's a funny game, you know. And then she'll just play the funny game in prison, and it's weird, it's bizarre, and this is such a, it just happens so much when people are not plugged into source. They have nothing to navigate. They have no lighthouse. They have nothing to guide them in life. They have no discipline. They just go around and do whatever they want. The consequences to living that way are dire. The soulless. Like, the evil are winning because it's more fun. Because, you know, living a life of good, orderly direction, it's too hard. It's not fun. It doesn't feel good. Like, it's so weird for civilizations to collapse time and time again, just because of these principles of gratification externally versus discipline internally. It's baffling to me. I mean, again and again, civilizations fall while people sit in stands, watching fucking the same game over and over and over and over. Yeah, that's insane to me. That's insane to me. And then they just do it in different places. It's just so, that is insanity to me. And it's truly energy harvesting at its best, so. But the seasons are shifting, and people's, I don't know. I wasn't the same person. I've evolved, and I've de-evolved and evolved and de-evolved. I mean, it's about learning lessons in which your spirit is drawn to learn. So the lessons in which I am to learn, of learning, like, the true, you know, value of taking care of somebody else, you know, and family and all that stuff that I had to rectify with my Chiron and Aries and stuff like that. It's going to be much different than somebody else. That's why it's important to get in your birth chart, you know, learn the stories of the sky, see how they reflect in the stories of your own life, and then rectify and stop wreaking the same carnage as those before you. that, I guess that chick that I was talking about, that 14-year-old girl, she's related. There's somebody that I started following that goes like deep into research genealogy of people that do things, and she's got like, she's related to several, more than 3 serial killers. So people don't think that, like, I mean, they got impulsions to do things, you know, all these people, and they don't know where they come from. Some of it's astrology, some of it's DNA. It's a combination of both. You know, I have a lot of aggressive energy in me. So keeping the peace, that's why I learned how to talk shit, just because it's easier for me than different. Because I'm trying to be a person of God, good orderly direction, and laying hands on people when you're angry. That is not what God intended. So anyway, I think that's about all I got for now. I've been yammering long enough. You about ready to get up, Ma? Are you warm enough? Huh? You're cold?